The story of Nien and Tet customs. According to Chinese mythology, during the time of Emperor Yao and Emperor Shun, 2300 BC, Nien was a creature born in the wild period, cultivated for thousands of years and became spiritual. Because he was an ancient creature, Nien was the guardian. The leader of a group of other spirit beasts and demons. They often live in the mountains or at the bottom of the deep sea. Nien's shape is described quite differently from many sources, but the most common is still the body of a cow, the head of a lion with a long horn and sharp teeth. Legend has it that, once upon a time in China, there was a dragon. A wild beast called Nien has a long head and sharp horns on its head, extremely ferocious. Nien lives at the bottom of the sea all year round, only at night it comes ashore to kill and eat animals and humans. Therefore, every time they reach their 30s, young and old, women and men in the villages have to run into the deep forests and mountains to avoid being harmed by Nien's ferocious beasts. One year, people in Wadao village were helping the elderly and children up mountain to take refuge, then saw a beggar entering the village. People in the village locked their houses, others packed their belongings, some took buffaloes and sheep away. Everywhere were the screams of people and the neighing of horses, no one noticed or cared. This beggar. Only an old woman in the eastern part of Wadao village gave this beggar some food, and at the same time advised him to quickly go up the mountain to avoid wild animals. Nien, she smiled and said, "If you let me stay one night at your house, I can definitely chase the wild beast Nien out of this village." In the middle of the night, the wild beast Nien rushed into Wadao village. He saw that the atmosphere in the village was different from previous years. The old lady's house was in the east of the village, there was red paper on the door, and the house was lit with bright candles. Causing the beast Nien to panic, tremble and scream in a very strange sound. The beast Nien stared indignantly at the old lady's house for a moment, then roared into the house. When he arrived in front of the house, a loud explosion suddenly rang out in the yard, causing Nien to tremble and not dare to rush in again. It turns out that the ferocious beast Nien is very afraid of the red color, fire and explosions. At that time, the door of the old lady's house opened, only to see an old man wearing a red shirt laughing loudly in the garden. The wild beast Nien felt scared and fled in confusion. The next day was the first day of Tet. The people who had gone up the mountain to take refuge returned to Wadao village to see that everything in the village was safe and sound, and felt extremely surprised. At this time, the old lady seemed to suddenly remember and immediately told her relatives about the above commitments of the old lady. To celebrate the good things, people in the village were jubilant and excited, everyone wore new shirts and new hats, went to the houses of relatives and friends to congratulate each other and visit each other. After that, this story spread throughout Wadao village quickly, making everyone know how to apply measures to chase away the ferocious beast Nien. So every 30 days of Tet, every house posts red couplets, sets off fireworks, lights bright lights, and welcomes them. On the morning of the first day of Tet, people visit each other and congratulate each other. That's why this custom is increasingly popular and has become the most solemn traditional New Year of the Chinese people. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.